Listen to the silence of the God you bought. The ledger is empty. The debt is paid in ash. Look me in the eye. Does the heat scare you? It should. Rage is the honest prayer. I'm the daughter of the furnace now. Break the mold. Break the jaw of the world. Let the darkness swallow the sun. I'm walking through the wreckage hand in hand with the disaster. No more waste, just tired as the collapse is merely a rebirth.
I breathe the ash of 1,000 wounds. Savage fire consumes the weak. The stars are cold, spectators no more. I reach out to extinguish the sun. My survival is an act of war, an act of divine intellect. Born the storm fight. Let us, I am the storm that never ends. No God shall witness my survival. I'll lay the silence of the conquered earth. My ascent through the carnage. My essence will fire.
Existence is war. I have won. The cosmos bleeds at my feet. The end is mine to command.
Mine to command. Toss the fuel on the flame, skin melts off the bone. I am raw and broken, take the impurities away. One light by my side, liquid fire in the veins. Strip the softness out, leave only the hate. Burn it all, round the spirit flag. Harder than the earth, dying to be born. Rising from the dust.
I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming for the cut.
Sharp, sharp, cold, forging the edge. Hammer on the anvil, crush the bone to dust. Bending under pressure, never gonna snap. Metal meets the heat, forced into the shade. Master of the pain, there is no escape. No escape, no escape. Fight the iron heart, lessen every fear. The weapon is alive, the end is drawing near.
I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming for the cut. a blinding weight. The silence is deafening, deafening. The void is home. Nothingness, nothingness, collapse.
Steel teeth like the marrow, nerve sap like dry wood. Internal furnace ignites, vomiting black oil. Betrayal to blade, twisted in the gut. No mercy in the gut, no mercy in the wreckage. Only heat remains. Acid blood in the pump, heartbeat to war drum. Heartbeat to war drum, skin peels in a blast. Identity is ash, you sold the truth. Now by the funeral, my hands are lead, my eyes are glass.
Furnace breathe.
Burn it all,
Furnace to breathe.
kill the past,
Fearless rebellion.
scarred and armed. Crush the structure, raise the foundation. Chaos is the master, violence is the law. Scars is the law, scars turn to armor. Pain is the fuel, the soul is dead.
Furnace breathe.
Burn it all,
Furnace to breathe.
kill the past,
Fearless rebellion.
scarred and armed. Lacerate the sky, sulfur in the lungs. The end is a fist coming for your throat. Total detonation, absolute zero. Forge in the fire, screaming in the dark. Burn, bleed, rise. Lost the long race, dead. Toss the fuel on the flame, skin melts off the bone. I am raw and broken, take the impurities away. White light blind my sight, liquid fire in the veins. Strip the softness out, leave only the hate. Burning out, pound the spirit flat, hotter than the earth. Dying to be born, rising from the dark. I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming for the cut. Sharp, cold, forging the edge. Hammer on the anvil, crush the bone to dust. Bending under pressure, never gonna snap. Metal meets the heat, force into the shape. Master of the pain, there is no escape. No escape. Strike the iron hard, flatten every fear. The weapon is alive, the end is drawing near. I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming for the cut. Sharp, cold, forging the edge.
Plunge the red metal into the freezing dark. The steel is my breath, the iron is my heart. No more feeling now. Only the heart will break
against my sharpened face. I am the blade, tempered in the blood. descends. The fire is cold, the dark is absolute alone. Monarch of the ash, monarch of the void. The architecture of my spirit buckles. I am the architect of my own ruin. The mountains of my past crumble, glaciers of great dissolve into fire. Frozen blood surges through frozen veins. Eternal storms to the firmament asunder. I stand upon the precipice of madness. I refuse the silence of the grave.
I am the conflagration that burns the stars. Behold the furnace of the unyielding soul. Chaos is my crown and my weapon. I rise from the wreckage of existence. Vengeance is a cold and eternal flame. The abyss will obey my name.
Obey my name. Darkness descends like a heavy shroud. My bones are iron forged in hate. The collapse is merely a rebirth. I breathe the ash of 1,000 worlds. Savage fire consumes the weak.
The stars are cold spectators no more.
I reach out to extinguish the sun. My survival is in mine intellect. I am the storm that never ends. No God shall witness my survival. Only the silence of the conqueror. I ascend through the carnage. I ascend through the fire. Existence is a war I have won. The cosmos bleeds at my feet. The cosmos bleeds at my feet. The end is mine to command. Mine to command. The ivory throne dissolves into salt. My fingers trace the jagged edge of extinction. Centuries of adoration become the tinder. My exhales fall beneath, my descendants fall. The sky turns the color of a bruised throne. I am the architect this final winter. Behold the collapse of your fragile order. My blood is the black oil of the abyss, seeping into the foundations of the earth. I offer only the purity of the void. Incinerate the firmament. My weeping eyes ignite the world. Rebirth is forged in the furnace of my hate. The age of man is a brief and bitter smoke. I wear the crown of the coming silence. Destruction is my only worship.